Well, hello everyone, and happy hump day to you. I hope you're having a great Wednesday, and I hope you are gathering your faith around you and you're preparing to have a great day all day long in the Lord. Welcome to today's edition of Take 5. Hey, this week on Take 5, we're breaking down the message that I preached Sunday. That message was entitled, Through Faith and Patience. Hebrews chapter 6, verse number 12 says that we should not be lazy, but that we should imitate those who through faith and patience inherit the promises of God. That's how we get from season to season. That's how we get from where we are right now to the next thing that God has for us. That's how we get to the next blessing that God has for us or the next purpose. We do it through faith and patience. Now, this week we are talking about the faith portion of that phrase, and we've already seen that faith is not necessarily defined as some people define it in the church today. We learned from Hebrews that faith can go a couple of different directions. It can go in the direction where we always see victory and we always see success, but sometimes faith takes us down very uncomfortable, undesirable roads, but it doesn't change what faith is or who we have our faith in. Great faith is revealed when you still trust God with the outcome, even though it's contrary to what you were hoping or praying for. Job was the greatest example of that. When he lost all that he lost, he still declared, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. That is, my friend, great faith. I want to look at the life of a little woman in the New Testament. Jesus had an encounter with this Syrophoenician woman there. I want to read a few verses that tell the story and then talk about some things that we can glean from her life, some things that if we'll put into play, then we could find the meaning of great faith, and we could find ourselves properly living and aligning ourselves with what biblical faith is. So here we go, Matthew 15. 22 to 28, a woman from Canaan lived near Tyre and Sidon. She came to Jesus and cried out, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. A demon controls my daughter and she is suffering terribly. Jesus did not say a word. So his disciples came to him and they begged him, send this woman away. She's bothering us. She keeps crying out after us and after you. So Jesus spoke to her and said, I was only sent to the people of Israel. They're like lost sheep. The woman fell down on her knees in front of him and grasped his feet and said, Lord, help me. He replied, it's not right to take the children's bread and throw it to dogs. But listen to her reply. I know that, Lord, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their owner's table. And Jesus answered, Woman, you have great faith. What you have asked for will be given to you. Go home. Your daughter is healed this very moment. What caused Jesus to make the declaration to this woman that she has great faith? There are 5 things that we're going to discover over the next 3 days about her that if we can apply them, we can find ourselves in the same position that this woman was in. The first thing is the person of our faith. She had that correct. She came to Jesus and approached him even though she was a Gentile, even though she was a Greek born in Syrophoenicia, even though she was outside of the covenant of Israel. She came to him and approached him and said, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. She had the person of her faith right. Even though most of Israel did not, this Greek woman, this Gentile, had the person of her faith right. You understand, with God, it's never a matter of who you are. It's a matter of who you have your faith in. Our faith can never be in churches. You know me, I believe church. I'm a proponent for church, the biggest one there is. But our faith should never be in churches. It should not be in religious systems. Our faith should not be in a man. Our faith should not be in knowledge or anything else. Our faith must be only in the person of Jesus Christ. If we're going to acquire the promises of God, our faith is going to have to be in Jesus Christ. You remember the woman that had the issue of blood, and the Bible said she suffered many things at the hands of many physicians and spent all that she had, and finally she came to Jesus as a last run effort. I often wondered what would have happened if she would have come to Jesus first, if she would have put her faith in Him first. Now, He may have used doctors. He does that. He uses all kinds of means. Our argument should not be whether or not He uses means, but do we put our faith in Him or do we put it in everything else? When you get the person of your faith right, you are well on the road to having great faith. The second thing that we find out about her is the purpose of her faith was valid and legitimate. She fell down before Him and said, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. The devil's gotten my daughter and she's suffering terribly. Faith always works when you have a legitimate and valid need. And that's why her faith worked, because her need was backed up by the Bible. A legitimate need or a promise from God will always be confirmed by a proper balance of the Scripture. This woman wasn't wanting something for personal gain or something that was unnecessary. She was wanting something that the Bible promised that she could have, and that made her faith legitimate. The purpose was necessary and valid. Friend, I want you to understand something today. If you put your faith in the person of Jesus Christ, and if you can search the Scriptures and find out that the need that you have is legitimate, that makes the purpose of your faith valid, and we are on our way to understanding what it is to have great faith. And if there's one thing that I know we need in the hour we live in today, and that is that we need great faith. Hey, well, my time's come and gone. I got to get out of here today. I look forward to being with you right here tomorrow on Thursday's edition of Take 5. Until then, God bless you. Have a great day. Keep your faith in the purpose of Jesus, and make sure the purpose of your faith is backed up by the Bible. And when you do that, I guarantee you, God will meet you at the point of your need.